Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Food with Trudy. I'm your host Trudy, and we have a full house today, of course, because the new season is upon us. We have Kachi, we have Aminu, we have Dami, we have Skip, and a new guy, Tega, is going to join us representing Arsenal as we record. We're going to do a pre-season kind of introduction to the season and with our predictions, top four relegation candidates, predictions for the matchup for our FA Cup, and predictions for the big Sunday League game in 2 weeks. Chelsea versus Man City. But I'm going to pass it off to our guy who has been away for almost throughout the whole of last season. Skip, how's everything going? I'm going to have you start us off with your top four predictions. Who do you think is going to make top four?
The top
Welcome back, by
four,
the way. We missed you.
I didn't go anywhere. So my top four is Arsenal, City, Liverpool, and United. So those
Arsenal to
are
win
the
the league?
Arsenal to win the league, City, Liverpool, and United. And why I'm including Liverpool is they have Salah. If you have a player that is going to guarantee you 25 goals a season, you can never count that team out because it guarantees goals and all of that. And United, I believe that's because like Tenag knows this is the last season. Is either like sink or swim for him. So he's going to go all out and see what he can do with that. And yeah, so those are my top four: Arsenal, City, Liverpool, United.
I wholeheartedly disagree with this pick. Is there anybody that agrees with this pick so they can go forward first before I lay into Skip? Kachi.
For me, I don't have Man United or Liverpool making top four. So for me, my top four is Man City to win the league. I'm tired of picking Arsenal to win the league. I've picked these guys the last 2 seasons. Every year they keep saying, "Oh, nearly, almost killed the bird," or bigger fish to fry. We're done. This fish is burnt by now, right? So this is Pep's swan song. So Pep to win again, Man City to win the league, Arsenal to come second, and I don't know. Aston Villa has low-key done some good business. I have Aston Villa coming third, and then Spurs coming fourth. Man U and Liverpool that will struggle for fifth and sixth, in my opinion. So that's my top four.
So far, I think everybody has completely different top fours. And I don't even know how to begin to start dissecting it. Man U, with our injuries, I don't see us coming top four. I feel like Liverpool, just because of the lack of quality in the league, they'll definitely make top four. City, like you said, this is City's league, man. They can do whatever they want with it. They can start, it can be February and they'll be third, and in May, before you know it, they're first. It's just what they do. They don't even, it's like they're not even trying anymore at this point. I don't want to put Spurs in there because Spurs always be Spursy. I don't want to put Chelsea in there because Chelsea is just a wild card at this point. But let's see what Dami says. Dami, who's your top four?
Yeah, unfortunately, I got the Juggernauts winning again. City first. Um, I'm going Liverpool second, if it's Arsenal third, and then fourth place. I feel like fourth place is going to catch us off guard, but I couldn't decide between Aston Villa and Newcastle for fourth place. My wild card is Chelsea for sure because they just I don't know if it's because they have 100 players or whatever, but they have some solid ballers on that roster, and if they can put it together, I feel like they'll cause problems this season
That's the
for sure.
question. Can Mariska put
And
the
if
team
find the
together?
right combo, yeah.
So,
It looks like they put the Enzo Fernandez mini Wahala behind them, so who knows? Yeah, they could pull it off. So yeah, City, Liverpool, Arsenal. I'll say Aston Villa, and then yeah, Chelsea wild card.
We were almost aligned for a second. Mine is City, Arsenal, Liverpool, and I was struggling between Aston Villa and Newcastle, but I was like,
Yeah,
Aston Villa has Champions League to distract them, so I'm putting Newcastle. Just because of what I've seen with all these
fair point,
small
fair point,
teams. Yeah, with all
fair
these
point.
small teams, when they have all this Europe to distract them, I'm just going to put Newcastle in there. I think injuries really derailed Newcastle last season. Without injuries, I really see them challenging for top four. Um, Liverpool, I think Liverpool is good, man. Klopp left a very, very solid team behind.
With
I don't know
another
why
year of
Liverpool.
experience behind them.
Exactly. I don't know why Liverpool fans, if anything, I don't think they're upset or even afraid.
It's
Um,
just a weird position because I just don't know, like, can we get better or are we going to stagnate? So, But I don't see us falling off like that just because Klopp has gone.
100%. You have the players.
Yeah, yeah.
We talked about it before. So go on.
My fear with Aston Villa is I've watched like 2 or 3 of them this season, and Aston Villa don't look good in any. Like, I'm sure a lot of you have seen Chelsea this season. Aston Villa look worse. But what I realized is that this season is something else. Change don't come. Everything can change.
I was going to ask that. Do we really factor preseason into
You know,
because
and
guys
even
are
like
guys are not going full gas.
full guys, like most of the Chelsea guys, this guy just experimenting. I don't know exactly how we get paid for the season. Same thing. Every Champions League is going to drain them because let's be real, they don't have the squad.
100%.
This is the
100.
first time those guys will be playing twice, like week in, week out,
Over a
twice
week.
in the league. So yeah, and the shot for Newcastle is interesting, and I like the center back they're getting from Crystal Palace, Gary, and they got,
Yeah,
yeah.
Magoy. Yeah.
Oh, he's in. They got him. Gay is
No,
now in.
no. They're
Oh,
about to get him. So if they
oh,
get that means they rejuvenate their center back position, which was like one of their weaknesses last year. So now they're good to go. So yeah, Newcastle is a good shout. I like that, but like Aston Villa, I'm just like, yeah, because we saw the same thing with Leicester. So
even Brighton. Just the power of European football can really derail these small teams. Um, so Demi and I are kind of aligned. We both have Chelsea as our wild card. Um, Tega and Amino, let's test your systems now. Can you just say hi? Just say hi to the viewers. Let's see what happens. Start with Tega.
Hello, can you hear me?
Beautiful.
Oh,
Yes, we can hear you. We can see you. You're wearing green. Lovely. No Arsenal shirts, no Arsenal jerseys here.
Oh, honestly,
Man, Arsenal. All right. Tega, welcome to the forum here. Hit us with your top 4 prediction.
oh, that's a quick one, yeah. For top 4, definitely not Man U. Or I would say I'll go with number 1. I'll say Arsenal.
Hey.
After Arsenal, I'll go for Man City, just because Man City are not just gonna drop off just like that. Um, After that, I'll go for Liverpool because I think Liverpool have something to prove this year, right? They play well this year. They have a good manager. They're playing well so far. So I'll go third for Liverpool. Then the fourth, I'm so tempted to say Man U actually, because Chelsea ain't it. So the reason I'm gonna go for Man U is just because they're still a big team. They have something to prove. They won, the FA Cup the previous year. Ten Hag's head is on the line. So because of that, I think he's going to pull something out of the magic bag. I'm not saying this because of my folks here. They know I don't dig Man U, but I think Man U are going to pull up a surprise and qualify for Champions League next year. So Arsenal, Man City, Liverpool, Man U.
Do you know what my guess is gonna be? I'm gonna guess that we're gonna miss top 4, but Ten Hag will win the Europa League and we'll find ourselves in Champions League. I feel like that's what's gonna happen. I don't know why, but we'll see. Aminu, you've been incredibly still throughout this whole thing. I don't know whether your internet is frozen or you're just still. Are you good?
My connection is acting up badly. Uh,
Ah,
but real quick, obviously Tega has more faith in Manu than Manu fans do. I'll also say Arsenal will probably um, finish first this season. This is their year. If they don't win it this year, then I have to say there's a good chance that they won't win it under Arteta. That's all I'm gonna say. If they don't do it this year, that's it for them. And then yeah, City is still City, so I expect them to come in second. And then third, I'm gonna go with Spurs. I think Big Ange is gonna surprise us this season and push Spurs to the top 3. And then wrapping up the top 4, I'm gonna throw in Liverpool there. I think Liverpool with their new manager, they're a little shaky, but they still have the quality in their squad to compete. And everyone knows that I always pick Man U every year to win the title, but this year is different. I've seen enough. I've had enough. So I am picking them. I'm not making the mistake of picking them this year. Wake me up in December when they fire Ten Hag. That's it for me, man.
All right, I'm gonna ask the guys who are confident with the Arsenal picks. What does Arsenal have this year that they didn't have last year? What makes you think that you're gonna win this season if they couldn't win it last season?
Jerry Timber and the addition of Jerry Timber and California, I think, or I mean, return of Jerry Timber is a boost for them.
Yeah, that's
And
huge.
yeah, this one is biased, but no California for football manager for the last 4 years. So we'll see if it translates to real life. But
Oh my
I'm
god.
optimistic about him just because I see what he did in the game. So
Okay, one more question for Arsenal before we move on a little bit to outside Arsenal. Where is Timber gonna play? Because Timber is such an incredible specimen and he can play across the back four. Where are you gonna slot him in? Because you're not benching Saliba. You're not benching Ben White. You're not benching Jesus. Jesus, the highest goal scorer, defending goal scorer last season.
Arteta is absolutely benching Ben White, 100%.
No,
And you can't
Yeah,
do that. You can't do that.
Ben
You
White
can't
is
do
a
that.
yeah,
strategy player.
I think it won't
yeah.
be a big problem until later in the season because he has to be easing coming up his ACL. So maybe
Yeah,
somebody
Because
else gets injured. I don't
with
know.
my
They want to get out.
with my Man U bias, I'm gonna say you saw how we struggled last season when your left back Shaw isn't there for your left winger Rashford. So if you remove Ben White, the link up they have Ben White has with Saka, that's going to really be terrible for your team. So I would recommend you just leave him there. They have a good understanding. Let them just keep pushing through. But I don't know.
And Timber has good technical quality. Maybe they'll put him in a new position for up the field. I don't know.
Arsenal don't need anything, to be honest.
But
But
truly, if
yes,
you don't mind me just going back to the previous question you asked about
go
like
on.
why will Arsenal win this over City or why are
Mm-hmm.
we so confident? I don't think it's about Arsenal adding, more of like Man City. There's kind of a suppression going on with Man City right now. And if you look at City right now, first of all, they're going to have a slow start because none of like their squad is not back yet, their old squad, and they're going to definitely have a slow start. And, if you look at the what you call it financial fair play, they have Lome over there. Basically, it's hard for them to do anything. Everybody knows about it, and they're just like, you know what? Let's keep moving. Let's keep doing this. And that is going to keep the like. Let's say they're fighting to win a title towards the end of the season and all of that. That's when they're going to get the results, the findings of that, the punishment for like game 50. That's when all that thing is going to come out. And all that. So there's so many uncertainty going on with Man City and a lot of things that is going to just throw them away. And just so I think it's not more about Arsenal improving, it's just Man City are going to like they won't be there. Even look at them, what have they added to the squad? They are losing. They like if you say now what's his name that is going
To
to
Celtics,
Atletico and
Alvarez.
Alvarez, like and nobody's coming and they want to sign players, but like a lot of players don't want to join City because everyone is waiting for the decision about the FA. You don't want to go and sign 4 years contract, then 2 months down the line, you're like, oh yeah, and you've been kicked back to League Two.
Sheffield Wednesday
So
and them.
yeah, so you don't really want that. So it's hard for them to even attract talent. So it's more about City, not really about Arsenal Harden. And the second best team in the league is Arsenal. Let's keep it real. So you expect Arsenal to win. So yeah.
Question though, I want to comment on what you said about them having a slow start. You know their first game is Chelsea, so you're saying you guys are going to beat them? That's what I'm hearing from
When I
what you
okay,
said.
when I say
That's what I'm hearing from
as I was
what you
saying
said.
that, as I was when I was saying that, I was just laughing at the back of my head. Chelsea is the
Chelsea's the
Chelsea
first game.
when I say slow start, I'm talking about like the first 9 games. You
Mm.
know, the kind of stats these people are Tottenham last year, the first 10 games, just reverse it.
It's
So
not reversing. Kachi, Why are Liverpool going to make top four?
I don't have them making top four.
You don't have them making top four in your thing. Remind me of
No, no,
yours.
I don't. I don't have them making top four. For me, I don't believe in. Yes, Klopp has left, but he has left to his players. Doesn't mean you know how to use Klopp's players. That's my view on it. This new guy that's coming. Oh yeah, what? He's coming from what, the Dutch league.
Mm-hmm.
We all know what it means taking people from the Dutch league. As a Man U fan, we all know what it means. Coming from the Dutch league and being bald doesn't necessarily equal that you win the league. Ten Hag is bald. He's from the Dutch league and he won the league in Holland. He's in England and we know where that stuff leads.
3 times,
Nah,
son.
he's not gonna do anything. I'll tell you why. Because Liverpool was leaking goals last season. Salah is pretty much on the last year of his contract, so I don't see Salah hustling like he normally used to. What's his name? The Dutch guy that played very well in the Euros.
Gakpo.
Gakpo is the decision is still out on Gakpo in the Premier League. He can do that in the Euros, but when it comes to the Premier League, the defenders are not. And Darwin Núñez, we know, is a one. He will miss 10 chances to score one. So for me, that's where it is. Like wherever, if like whatever Salah does, basically Salah has to, for every 1 or 2 goals Liverpool concedes, Salah almost has to double that in the goals that he scores because that's the only way their goals are coming from. And we
Jesus.
know Jota cannot stay fit long enough because Jota is another outlet for their goals as well. So for me, I don't see them doing much. Liverpool games will be interesting for sure. A lot of high scoring games. I'll give them that, but nah, they won't. They won't get the business done. Van Dijk, they turned my guy in and out so many times
This guy,
last season
man.
that you could do highlights with Van Dijk. So for me, I don't expect much. Liverpool should just, once the Saudi offer comes in for Salah, just at this point they're not making any money because Salah is probably going to go on a free now. So yeah, I mean if they can sell him in January and get small money out of it, they probably would. But for me, I don't expect much from Liverpool. Maybe do
Wow.
well in the cup, maybe do something in the FA Cup, but that's about it for me in Liverpool.
God damn, man. Guys just slaughtering Liverpool here. Liverpool is going to come third. Just you watch. Tega, who's your wild card?
My wild card, I would give it to Tottenham, bro. Tottenham. Reason being that, and when I say wild card, I'm not saying they're gonna make it into the top four, bro. They're just gonna do better than they did last year, right? That's because Tottenham is still a good team. They're gonna make some decent signings. They let go of some of their dead woods already. So I feel like and we, of course now, I mean I'm speaking from the biased place too, right? But like you gotta respect what Ange is doing in Tottenham as well, right? He's a well respected manager. I think he has a style of play that if he adapts to another style of play, they will push on, right? They did terribly in some games last year, which if they had a different style of play, I felt like they would have done even better in the league, right? So I feel like I'll give my dark horse to Tottenham, but they won't come close. They're still Tottenham, they're still Spurs. So yeah, I'll give it to Tottenham.
I mean, who's your dark horse?
Well, I mean, I think I'm gonna shock with this one, but I'm gonna go Newcastle. If Newcastle get if they have all their players back and they remain injury free, I can see them surprising everyone the same way Villa did last season. I think the Villa
Mm-hmm.
spot from last season should have been Newcastle's spot. So they're
Mm-hmm.
definitely my dark horse for them to make some noise and for Eddie Howe to show that he's not this waste man manager that that showed up last season. So they will definitely be my dark horse if they stay healthy for sure.
All right. Cup predictions. Dammy, FA Cup coming up. FA Cup. Community Shield. Who's winning the
No,
Community
no, no,
Shield?
no. We know they do community shield. There's no need for that one, bro. There's no need for that one. Let's go to FA Cup. Let's keep it moving, I beg. We don't need to waste the people's time, man. Time is money, man.
Oh my god. Okay, wait. Let me rephrase the question. It's for the panel. Does anybody believe that Man U is going to win this FA Cup? If the answer is no, we'll move it to the next cup.
Yes, yes.
Perfect, my boy. Why is Man U winning this?
Have you guys watched City this season? They
Tell him.
don't have majority of their players back. Like
Sell them.
if you look at like their midfield and like their even their attack, if you look at it, okay, maybe because I'm not worried about Grealish, I'm not worried about Grealish, right? So apart from Haaland in that attack, they have Rico, someone else. So yeah, so City don't have their starting. I don't think Rodri is going to be playing,
I hope not.
and yeah, we cannot agree like Rodri is their best player.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Walker is going to be playing. Like, so there are a lot of players you have to look in that team and be like, oh, they won't be playing. Definitely, Alvarez is not going to play because it was their time majority of like. So there are a lot of players that are not back for them, and I just think like this is like an opportunity for United to actually go there and just grab the win. So yeah,
Nah.
It's
So Man U as well. Bruno, Meno, Garnacho, and I want to say Licha. They didn't play at all in preseason. Did Licha play one game in
no.
preseason? No. Okay,
No,
so
he
all
went
those guys,
because of Copa.
yeah, so all those guys did not play at all in preseason. So I don't even think that they will play in the Community Shield.
Now
So
Bruno's
just the
playing.
same.
Bruno's playing.
Bruno is
Bruno's
playing. You
playing.
think so? But he hasn't had a
Bruno will play.
preseason, so
Daddy,
just
you
this,
play.
just the same way City is missing players, Man U is missing players, and Man U's preseason wasn't great at all. Like I think we only won one game, and that was against what team was that?
Real
Real
Betis. Real
Betis. It
Betis.
was
Yeah.
against Betis. Other teams, every other team um, beat us soundly. Although I would say the Liverpool game was competitive. I'll give Ten Hag that when he said we created chances and he makes his usual excuses.
Guys spit facts, man.
I will say
Just
that
look at
game
this.
was competitive. Um, but City took Chelsea apart. Demolition project right there. Man U didn't do any such thing to any team
but yes,
in
again,
preseason. So
Did you watch the City Chelsea game?
I know it was 2-0 inside 10
It was
minutes.
Did you
4-2. It
So
was 4-2.
did
no,
you
the
watch
first two
it?
goals were
Did you
inside
watch
10
it?
minutes. Huh? No, I
No,
Jesus.
didn't
did
I
you
didn't
watch
watch it.
it?
My phone was just ping
All right.
ping ping. The
Okay.
goals were
My
just
phone was buzzing. My phone was
It's
just
okay.
buzzing. All right. Just buzzing me. Kachi, Champions League. Is your boy Mbappe finally going to lift this thing?
No, unfortunately, Mbappe is going to bring his Ninja Turtles curse to Madrid. I keep saying it. He's gonna fight with Vinny. I can see that. I can see that fight brewing because he's gonna be like, bro, I'm playing left wing. Vinny's like, bro, I've won 2 Champions League playing this wing. And Mbappe, we all know he's a ballerina, so uh, they will go close semifinals, but I don't see Madrid winning it. I think it's gonna be a different team out of the traditional like big boys that usually win it. I can see like a dark horse coming to win the Champions League. That's just the feeling that I get because I still think Mbappe he has to get used to the Madrid way. He can't play like how he's playing in PSG. That's just not going to work. And the Madrid fans don't care who you are. Those guys will wave the white flag and boo you. If they can boo Gareth Bale, bruh, Mbappe is not what they'll boo you.
If they can boo
So
Ronaldo, this guy has more
exactly,
goals than games for them.
exactly.
If they can boo
So
Ronaldo, they can boo
uh,
anybody, bro.
anybody, exactly. And plus, you made these guys wait 2.5 years for you after they after they twerked for you and gave you all the things you wanted. You turned your back and said, no, I'll stay in PSG. I still think it would be one of the dark horse teams. I mean, for me, it would be nice for an English team to win the Champions League. It's been a minute, I would say.
Arsenal?
Um, I mean, why not? Why not?
Maybe the
Why
new
not?
format to favor them. You know, this Swiss format that nobody understands. Maybe that's what.
I still don't even know what this format is going to
Me
be
too.
like.
I don't understand. I don't understand it. We'll see as it goes. I think the goal is just to we're just here to win games. We'll win a game. As much as winning games, we'll
Yeah,
get towards the trophy. I don't know.
yeah.
Something tells me that Bayern might do something. But we'll watch that space. Dami, who do you think is going to win Champions League?
Yeah, it's Bayern that I've had in mind all day, just because I think they're going to come back this season angry with a vengeance, and they still have a very good winning squad. Um, Madrid always has to be mentioned, but yeah, the back there, I was reading up and Mbappe and Vini's hit my the last 2 seasons is extremely identical. But Ancelotti is a player with spark, so who knows? Maybe Mbappe becomes the center forward. But yeah, I think I have Bayern winning, but I won't count Madrid out neither. But I'll go Bayern.
Does anybody have City winning Champions League? Most of you don't even have them winning the league. You guys think City are done for because of their 114 counts of murder. But
No,
okay,
it's not even that. For me, also, KDB is done. His legs are gone.
nah, man.
KDB's legs are
Nah.
gone.
Don't say
KDB,
that, man.
This bro played half the season and was the highest assister. Like, what more do you want to
okay, but in those games he played, my guy can't sprint anymore. I'm serious. Watch KDB closely. My guy can't sprint anymore. His legs are gone. His legs are gone. I'm serious.
He's
It's
never
just
been much of a sprinter, though. Like, he's not the kind of person that will chase you down. He's not that kind.
he tends to ghost in games where he's like, you won't see. I'm telling you, his legs are gone. That's just my view.
As long as what Rodri is still present, I don't think KBB is going to drop off like that.
You guys keep doing Rodri like it's Iron Man. Rodri is not Bruno. Rodri cannot play.
Tell
Rodri
him
cannot play.
he's not Bruno.
Oh my
He's not
God.
Bruno.
No.
He's not Bruno.
Blasphemy.
Let me rephrase that. In terms of miles covered on the pitch, the last 5 years of football, I don't think anybody's covered more miles than Bruno. Go and watch.
Kilometers.
What has he done with
Kilometers.
Okay,
Assist.
Okay,
Chance creation. Don't start. Let me
I'm just saying that
pull up the stats.
I'm just saying
Catch
the expectation on Rodri is so much that that everybody now knows that wherever Rodri goes is where Man City goes.
Nah, man. Rodri for Ballon d'Or still, man. Forget all this nonsense. Rodri for Ballon d'Or still.
Vini is my Ballon d'Or winner. Any day, anytime.
With his performance in Copa.
Martinez.
With his performance in Copa, Vini ain't winning nothing. His
Copa
PR
winning goal, Serie A top scorer, Serie A title.
There you go.
Watch how Messi will make it into the top 5 of voting.
He might even won. He won the Copa. He won
just
the
Copa. Just for that ankle alone, Messi is winning it.
All right. FA Cup. Aminu.
FA Cup. This is another one that I'm going to shock people, but I think Emery special loading in the FA Cup. I'm gonna go Villa to surprise.
This is out of left field.
Yes, I do. Yes, but I think they're going to spend so much time being distracted by the Champions League. By the time they lose they're no longer. It's no longer group stage. I don't know what the new format is, but by the time they get knocked out,
confusing. Yeah, exactly.
By the time they get knocked out, they'll have more energy to focus on the FA Cup and things. So I'm gonna go for the surprise winner to go to Villa, and if not Villa, Newcastle. Those are my two picks for the FA Cup.
No one has Man U winning anything this season. I just want to have you guys know that in Ten Hag's last 5 years, he's won 5 trophies. I'm just gonna slide that in there and just leave it there. You guys don't have him winning anything this season. Nothing. Not even Carabao.
Not
Skip.
even a dinner
Who's winning
plate.
Carabao? Not even the
Not
Shield.
winning
Not
anything.
even the competition. Who's winning Carabao?
For FA Cup, I had City, and for Carabao, Carling Cup, or whatever we're calling it now, I do have United.
We're a cup team, and we'll win the cup. That's all we're here to do. We'll come win our cup and go home. And you guys can hate all you want.
I just believe Ten Hag is like all those. It's cut from the same cloth from like Mourinho,
serial
those guys
winners.
that just
Conte.
know how to, they just Conte, like
Preach.
they just win one.
Preach.
They always win
Preach.
something. So I think Carling Cup will be good. So United will win it, and City will take FA Cup. Arsenal will take Prem. So,
Okay,
God.
beautiful.
My mouth just says bitter. Arsenal will win. Thank God.
Arsenal cannot win Premier League. You guys should relax. You guys should relax with this, man. You guys should relax with it.
I almost choked on that.
You guys should relax with it. Every time it's in their hands, they fumble it. These guys, I don't know whether it's a maturity thing.
Chokers.
What last?
What'd you say?
again, I will be happy if they choke, but you can't deny how good their squad is and how consistent they've been and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
We're going to talk a little bit about Arsenal and what they need and their consistency. But before we do that, the big Sunday game on the weekend opener, Chelsea City. Kachi, who's winning that game?
I mean, a big City to win, of course. But the one person I always say always turns up against his ex is Sterling. Once Sterling sees that City blue, my guy is still so sore about them letting him go. So Sterling always plays well against City. So I could see maybe like a 3-1, like City winning and then but Sterling scoring. Sterling doesn't like my guy takes it personal whenever he plays against Pep. He's like, okay, I want to remind you that, bro. So I could see him, and then I don't know if Cole Palmer is back yet in the squad after the Euros. Cole Palmer to do something as well, but Sterling will always buy. I pick City to. City should win the opening game. They shouldn't even break a sweat. In my opinion, it should be like a training session. They will just Oscar Bob and all those guys. Just put the young guys in. Oscar Bob, Grealish. That's it.
Dammy, please. Who's winning this game? This guy said they shouldn't break a sweat. My goodness.
Looks like another. I don't know. It's hard to make a case for Chelsea. So yeah, I'm going City.
I mean, if it's raining, Chelsea always tends to do well against City. If it's when it's raining in London, that London rain.
Okay.
If it's raining, it's like a draw.
This was a game that was 4-4 last season.
This was a game that was 4-4 last season because it was raining in London.
Pep could not hammer their head saying no try to play again. Concede 4 goals.
Who's winning this game?
Come on, I mean, you've got to look at this game, in a very, very different and pragmatic way, right? This is like men against boys. There's no way you're telling me that, Chelsea's boys, these little boys, are gonna beat this grown ass man. You know what I mean? Like we're talking about Oga Rodri on the pitch, bro. There's no way. I mean, Chelsea they will get better, especially if they get a striker, right? If they get a striker, they'll be good. But it's so hard to see City losing against Chelsea in the first game of the season, right? So I'm gonna pick City, and it's gonna be like a spanking, right? Like it's gonna be like that. It's gonna be like a big brother spanking a baby, man. Honestly, because Chelsea needs, they need maturity in the team. They're a good team, but they need maturity, and then sacking their previous manager, is not a good moment, right? So they need, they need to. They're not going to start good, but they're going to get better as the season goes on. But I'm going to pick City for the winner of that game.
Aminu.
Like everyone has said, like everybody is expecting a hiding, and so am I. I don't see any
You guys are about
way.
to triple captain somebody.
Oh, that's true. FPL. Is the game at Stamford at the Bridge, or
It's in London. Yeah, it's in London. Stamford Bridge.
Oh, that might be a little bit of a saving grace where it would be like a 2-1, type game. But even with that, I can't see Chelsea winning that game. They'll do well to get a draw, but I think City wins that game comfortably, even at the Bridge. But of course, Sterling will get his goal, and who knows, Nkunku might limp off before the game ends. So I'll say City 2-1.
Skip the disrespect they're doing you guys, man.
Uh,
You can even do 0-0.
I would say, I would actually say it's going to be a draw.
There you
City
go.
draw against City
There you
for
go.
different reasons. Because I'm sure, like, people that are saying they go, some people are saying they against the preseason games, and they didn't watch the game. Like we used to,
Look at that, got on nuts.
like we actually pay attention to football. When the slide test always because you have to watch. You actually have to watch because you can't look at stats or look at things and be like, oh yeah, that's how the game goes. But I just don't know. Like I
Tell
look
them
at
all.
City, like
Sorry to
I saw
interrupt.
City-
Tell them all, when they're
I
talking
s-
about how Ten Hag concedes 30 goals. It's not all about 30 shots a game.
yeah.
It's not all about these numbers. Continue.
Like the way I saw City against Celtics, and I saw them against what was that team they played before Chelsea? I watched their season again. Like
Barca?
City are always going to be good because they are Pep, and like the way it plays is already in there, so anybody can come. Not anybody, but most we know about Phillips, Calvin Phillips, but like most players can come into that system and just play naturally, so they're still going to be good. But for some reason, I don't know why. I'm just expecting like a draw because when I looked at the City Chelsea friendly, the way like am I hanging? Oh, okay. Because I saw the
You're
way I
good.
saw
You're good.
like
Keep going.
yeah, our coach Enzo. That was the first time he's trying a new formation, and our like best two players in the season, preseason, he didn't start there. So
Tell him.
so I just saw that game as, oh, let me just try something stupid out, which he did for the first 45 minutes, which I'm like, okay, all right, then you did that. Now it's over. And if you look at it, the first two goals were like, you can blame the pitch for that, like trying to
This
pass the ball. You can,
AstroTurf.
like, you
Tell
don't,
them. This AstroTurf.
because I've seen a lot of preseason games where, like, you can see, like, oh shit, this pitch is horrible. Like, things like that. So I don't expect it to be a spanking because yeah, but it's going to be like a draw. I'm going for a draw. So
Two more questions before we end it. I'm going to point to one to Catchy and one to Tega, our guest today. Which one should I start? I'll start with Arsenal one. It's kind of been perplexing me for the past few days. Arsenal has been consistent, especially since towards the end of last season. Highest number of goals, best defense. Yet I hear Arsenal fans saying that they still need something. What do you need? And if you get this thing that you need, don't you think it would disrupt the flow that you guys have already?
Excellent question, bro. Yeah, there's always a chance that whatever you do in football can disrupt what you already have, right? But then football is a game of chances as well, right? You have to take chances and try to fix what. Yeah, sorry, that is the hill.
The hill? Is it healing?
It's banging on my ring.
The hill. We got the alert for the hill. Yeah.
It's actually crazy. Man. So yeah, back to what I was saying. One thing we do need for sure, right? I don't think everyone is saying we do for sure. Is lethal strike, right?
Okay.
When we Arsenal, those three stretch of games in December, we couldn't win those games because we couldn't find the net. Games where we had like 30 something shots on, 30 something shots we couldn't even score. You know what I mean? What we need is a little striker, one little striker, and a proper midfielder to help Odegaard and Declan Rice, right? So if we can get a proper eight, someone that can probably, go forward, come back, and help that attacking area, that attacking midfield area, we should be fine. And then if we get a proper striker, someone like Osman or someone that can go crazy and score 25 goals this season, I think we'll be able to come through for the season, right? So I don't think that is going to disturb our flow because all we need is we're going to replace our striker, which is Havertz. Havertz was not shining in the beginning of the season, right? He was only assisting and all of that. So we need someone who's going to score 25 goals, and we need someone from the midfield who's going to chip in at least 10 goals or 15 goals and assists. So I think if we can get a proper number 8 and a proper striker, and during Timber coming back into the team for left back, we should be fine.
Dami, do you agree? Do you agree with this? Is he healing your areas? I know you guys are all northerners.
No, it's quite over here.
All right, go.
But yeah, I don't. Yeah, I think TJ said what I was thinking actually. So not much to add there.
So if you get like a Watkins or an Osimhen as a number 9, and I can't even think of any good number 8s these days to replace. Who are you gonna? I think Havertz does a good enough job for you. Bruno ain't going to Arsenal, man. Daddy ain't going to Arsenal. Relax with that.
Who?
Bruno.
Oh yeah, no, that's not.
Merino, man, Merino is coming in, so I think
Marino is a solid, but Mikel Marino is a solid
he's
baller.
gonna do a good job. Yeah.
He can play for sure.
That will free Declan Rice and that will help Odegaard out, right? Because they both played together before. That's what people are not remembering, right? Odegaard and Merino played together
At
before.
Bilbao, yeah.
Yeah, so that will really
At the
be
Sociedad, sorry.
exactly so that.
Mm.
So that would be, that will help the team in terms of chemistry and not trying to figure things out, right? So we really need that guy, and then we need a proper striker. Who that be? I don't know. I would prefer someone with a stature like Osimhen, but I don't believe in Osimhen, to be honest. You know what I mean? But I need someone of that stature, someone that can, when he's imposing. You know what I mean? When you see someone like Hoyland, he's imposing. If you see someone like
Lukaku.
nah. Lukaku has two left leg, bro. Nah. So we need someone like Hoyland, and I think that's where mine is going on as well, right? Hoyland is very, very imposing. He can hold you down. He can run at you. And he's pacey. So if we can get someone like that, someone who's strong, pacey, and fast, that can score at least 20 goals, it should be good, man.
Beautiful. Kachi, I want to talk about your boy Ten Hag before we go. Considering what you've seen in preseason, with all his injuries situation, is it still his fault if we're not playing well? All things considered.
Yes, it is. I mean,
Oh my God.
For how long can a manager keep blaming injuries? It's like, for how long can one person be
For as long as
unlucky?
the injuries keep happening, you blame
For
the
how long?
injuries.
For how long can one person keep blaming injuries? Okay, there are injuries.
Players don't do
Injuries.
everything won't do.
Then why are you letting go of some of these your guys from the youth team? If you are like, okay, we are banking on having 10 injuries this season, some of these guys from the youth team, you are selling them and you're like, oh, and then you blame injuries. To be honest, I want the guy gone by. I want Ten Hag gone by December. Give Van Nistelrooy the job, I beg. Let's move and see what we're
Actually,
doing.
you're wrong about blaming him about selling youth player. Everyone needs to sell their youth player. It's just what it is. As far as you have a youth player you can sell to make money as a club, you have to sell. It's only people that don't have youth players from academy to sell. They're the only one complaining. It's because of the rules that are in place now. You have to. Immediately you do, you have to. That's just it. You can't blame the coach. You can't blame the owner. Maybe you can blame the owners for voting yes to that dumbass rule that they are trying to change now. But you can't blame the coach. You can't blame the director of football. You can't it's only that you have to. It's just what it is.
I didn't even know that there was a rule to sell youth players.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's not a rule to sell youth players, but because to balance your books, you have to sell. You can't just buy anymore. You have to. That's why we sold Willie.
Oh, so this is how they want to balance the book. So now Premier League is interested in balancing the book. All of a sudden.
It's because of Chelsea. It's because of Chelsea and Man City that they're doing this thing, man.
They made a rule. Chelsea find a way to do their own thing. Here's the thing. Those Chelsea owners, I blame them for a lot of things. But when it comes to finding loophole, there's another loophole now they're looking for a way to block.
Accounting. These guys.
But you want to know the funny thing? Upon these loopholes they are finding, they are not winning trophies. So what's the point of finding a loophole if you cannot?
Don't worry. It's a long game. But you hated on Ten Hag too much. I want to get a more favorable answer before we go. Amino. 5 transfer windows. We're still starting the bombs who cost Ole his job. We're still starting Maguire and Lindelof after 5 transfer windows because of injuries. We're still starting McTominay because of injuries. How is this still this guy's fault? Can you guys just have some mercy on this guy?
So, can you guys hear me, or is the hail coming through?
It's showering a little, but yeah, just go on.
Yeah, I mean, Man is not the only team that has had injuries for the last couple of seasons. If it was only about the injuries, I'd be more inclined to give him a pass if I didn't see a deficiency in the way the team is set up and the way the team plays. So for me, those are my biggest issues. Ten Hag. We're going into his third season now, and we still don't control games. We still don't have a style of play. We're still giving up 20 shots per game. You see the game against Fulham. Fulham was going to get up 20 shots again. That is not sustainable for any team, injuries or not, right? So for me, I just do not have any hope for Ten Hag. And I'm just waiting for it to get fired.
What kind of hate? What kind of hate is this? All right, we'll see how it goes. So majority of us, unfortunately, majority carries the vote here. Majority of us were going with Arsenal winning the league. City's coming in second, if my math is correct. Newcastle sneaking in top 4, and Liverpool third. Nobody else had. Nobody has Man U winning any trophies this season.
Carling Cup, wherever cup we were in. What do they call it? Carabao.
I think it's called Carabao or FA.
Carabao. Yeah.
Coca-Cola
Yeah,
Cup.
We'll see how it goes. Yo, trophy na trophy, man. And none of you have. I'm the only person that has Man U beating City in the Community
I
Shield.
said that too.
You two. This guy's my guy, man. The rest of you are false prophets. All right, let's see how it goes. Thank you. We'll see how the season goes.
Wait,
Thank you guys for
one last
yes,
question
what's up?
before we go.
Yes,
Just for fun, who's winning the Olympic final? France, Spain.
France,
That's gonna be
because they have
intense.
home advantage.
Damn.
Because they have home
Man,
advantage, I'll say
that's
France.
not the overall advantage. That I was talking about it in the group chat
Yeah,
yesterday.
that team
That
is
France
intense.
team, like even the next generation just coming.
France,
They are just
Mateta is balling.
And
like
Olise.
yeah, they just need to
Olise.
change their
Intense.
coach. So someone new
And they have the brain.
bring in
Henri.
new blood.
Henri's bringing the tactical brain.
You
Though,
guys said
though,
they need
they,
to change their coach.
though the Netty needs to come back against Egypt today. They almost fumbled it today against it. But I guess Spain too almost fumbled against Morocco. Wow, it could have been another African final. Crazy.
I know it. Very so close, so close.
I didn't even think
That's
about that.
racist. According to them, that's racist. Making fun of them. I
Man,
don't
come and
get
find me.
My God,
Yeah.
I'm
that's
gonna record
super
video
romantic.
too.
Stop it. All right, with that, I'm bringing this to an end. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you guys for listening. Like and subscribe on YouTube and Instagram, and as always, continue to love football. Thank you.